Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. So I wanted to do something a little different today. I just recorded my update on my Soapbox soap, shampoo, and conditioner that I've been using for the past month. It's gorgeous out here, and I figured why not record a video outside. I am sitting in our trailer outside in the backyard. I have my cat with me. Come here, bub. He was a throwaway. My big monster. Somebody tossed him out in our driveway. So, for those of you that don't know, my birthday is on the 27th of September. I will be 38. And I got to thinking, I don't really have a whole lot of income. And I don't have any way to buy certain things, especially things that are online only. So this is kind of like my 2018 birthday wish list for Ulta, and there's a few things on Ulta that have been in my favorites for a while that I've wanted to try, or things that I've already tried that I like that I want to repurchase. So that is where this stemmed from. Now I picked 20 items for the list. There was one thing that I wanted to put in my list, but I couldn't find it on the Ulta website, and that was the Emily Edit the Wants palette from Makeup Revolution. I couldn't find it. I did find the Needs palette, but I didn't find the Wants palette. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to find something else to put in there. And there's a few other eyeshadow palettes that I want to try, because a lot of my eyeshadow, I've got, I think, 6 or 7 eyeshadow palettes, and a lot of them are really neutral colors. Some of them are not the greatest quality. So I wanted to look at getting some different brand eyeshadow palettes and things like that, stuff that's been in my wish list for a while now, or just things that I know I personally cannot afford. So I'm going to be going through the list, and I will put it up on this screen. I did save off the pictures of the items so that I can put it up when I'm talking about it. Now, I do have the Makeup Revolution, hello, had an ant, concealer in C2. It is light enough. I'm glad that it wasn't pink undertoned, but they just came out with the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, and I looked at their foundation color F2. It says for fair skin tones with yellow undertones. As you can see, I'm not very tan, and I do have a green cast to my skin, so I'm not a golden undertone or a pink undertone. I'm really kind of sallow in green, and I've always been that way ever since I was a kid. They used to say I had peaches and cream complexion, which when I was younger, my skin wasn't as yellow, but it's always been basically a yellow undertone. I've always had very light skin, and if I tan, I do tan. I tan well. I tan pretty dark, and I don't like to be out in the sun. I've had skin cancer before. I was treated for it when I was 15 years old. I don't want to go through what I went through back then. And I've got permanent scarring on my back from things that happened when I was a teenager that are permanent, that will never go away. Now, they have done grafting on my back. I can wear shirts like this, so the upper part of my back looks normal. The lower part of my back is a hot mess. So I try and stay out of the sun. That's why, I'm out here at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, or I stay under the trees if I do go outside. For the next item on the list, I had the IT brushes for Ulta. It is the Airbrush Buffing Foundation Brush number 110. I don't like wearing foundation, and I don't know if it's because I don't have the right brush to use with it. I've tried sponges, I've tried my fingers, I've tried the flat paddle brushes, I've tried all kinds of brushes. And it makes all the little baby hairs on my, you can see I can grab my baby hairs. It makes all the baby hairs on my face stand up. It makes my skin look and feel super dry. I have some foundation brushes when I go to just like stipple something on, it finds dry patches on my face and picks them up off my skin. I'm like, really? I didn't even know I had that one there. And I'm like, got my tweezers trying to pick the little dry flakes off my face, and it's bad. So I've heard great things about the It Cosmetics brushes, so I wanted to try it and see. It's a pretty hefty brush from what it looks like. The next item on my list is from Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Anti-Aging Cleansing Gel. Now, back in April, I got the little 2-ounce tester guy, and I used that sample. The 2 ounces of it lasted me until probably the second week of August. So for 4.5 months, I used that 2-ounce conditioner, or the cleanser, which is, I guess, supposed to only last people 30 days. I do have another tester, but I was using the Mario Badescu kit that I had bought. I'm using the cleanser out of that right now. I will do a comparison video on those to let you know how I feel on that product itself. So I would rather go back and buy the 8-ounce container of the Peter Thomas Roth, not because of the fact that it's anti-aging, but because of all the other things that it does for my skin. I have very dry, very sensitive skin, and I know a lot of the reviews on it basically say it causes their skin to dry out and it feels cracked and unnourished and things like that. I didn't have that experience. So I don't know. I really like the product, and I will do a comparison between the Mario Badescu anti-aging product and the Peter Thomas Roth in another video. The next thing on my list is the Derma E Vitamin C Concentrated Serum. I don't have any products with vitamin C in it. When I was younger, we used to take a lot of vitamin C vitamins, and I'm constantly drinking orange juice and stuff like that. But I know what vitamin C is supposed to do to your skin because I am a retired cosmetologist. I have been through school for esthetician related things. I used to work in a full service salon. I used to do facials every day. I went through special training for microdermabrasion machines and the lymphatic system machines and things like that. So I do know about skincare and the benefits things like vitamin C is supposed to do for your skin, and I would really like to try the Derma E product. It's a pretty mid-range price for some of the other vitamin C products that I looked at, so that, and I've used a couple of their other products and I like the line. I wanted to see how it would work on my skin. The next item on the list is from Mario Badescu. It is the Spritz Mist Glow Set. It basically has their 3 toners in it, their aloe, their rose, and their chamomile spray toners in it. And I do have a rose water spray from Sephora that I use that's nearly gone, that when, like, if I go in the house and wash my face or wash my hands and throw some water on my face and my face feels dry, I just grab that spray and spray my face 4 or 5 times, and I don't have to worry about putting moisturizer back on my face. It seems to help keep the hydration of my skin. I did buy one at Walmart that was like a rose water mist or something from Garnier. It smells like chemicals. It makes my face burn. It's pretty bad. So I really wanted to try the Mario Badescu one. Plus, I'm using their anti-aging line right now, so I'm familiar with at least some of their products. The next thing on the list is from Ulta. It is their SPF 50 Sunscreen Rose Water Setting Spray. Now, this is as much sun as I usually ever see. I'm hardly ever outside. I actually had somebody tell me that the reason my face got darker from using the anti-aging products with the glycolic acid and the AHAs and BHAs is because of my computer screen. My LCD computer screen was causing my skin to darken. So I got a good laugh out of that. But the fact that it's got rose water in it, it's got SPF in it, and it's a spray, you can use it before, during, or after your makeup. Because there are days when I put makeup on and then I leave the house to go do a couple of errands and then come back. So my face is exposed to the sun very rarely, but occasionally I do leave the house in the car. And tinted windows only stop the sun so much. So I wanted to try that out, and it's only $10. The next thing is from Eva NYC. It is the Main Magic 10-in-1 primer. Now, a few months ago, I got a PR box from Influencer, and this spray was in there, and I had already tried the Eva NYC Hungry Hair Oil and loved it. I've also tried their shampoo, but our local Target doesn't carry the Eva NYC, so I haven't been able to like physically put my hands on their products and try them, other than the tester sizes that I got. And I do love this spray. You can put it in wet or dry. You can spray it in your hands and smooth down flyaways. And I really like the product, and it smells fantastic. People think I'm wearing perfume when I've got it on, but it really is a nice, clean, natural scent for the hair that isn't too perfumed. It doesn't smell god awful. It doesn't smell like chemicals. It's not overpowering, but it does linger in the hair, which is something that I like. And it's $12 for, I think it's an 8 or a 10 ounce spray bottle of this stuff. And I have a 2 ounce spray bottle of it, and it's lasted me like 6 months. So this stuff is good. The next thing on my list is from Urban Decay. It is their Razor Sharp Water Resistant Longwear Liquid Eyeliner in the color Retrograde, which is a dark purple with purple micro sparkles. Now, I've seen people that do the makeup looks and they put the eyeliner up here, and that was my intention for getting something like this. Not only to do regular eyeliner, but to do like decorative eyeliner. The eyeliners that I have, the majority of them, especially that came from boxes, are all black. Up. You're in the way. Can you get down? Thank you. A good kid. Bed hog, but a good kid. So that was my intention for getting that specific eyeliner, and I like the color purple. I do like mauve and purple and berry shades, so I figured it would be beneficial to get something like that for me because it is a color that I would wear. The next is on my list is from BH Cosmetics. It is the liquid lipstick and the long wearing matte liquid lipstick in the color Endora. It's kind of like a dusty mauve or a dusty rose / mauve color, and I've been eyeballing it on their website since I got the other BH Cosmetics products, and I haven't tried any of their liquid lipsticks. I don't care for many liquid lipsticks, but I figured I would try this and see how I liked it. It's only $9, and I really like the color. The next is a Morphe Bullet Crease Brush. Now, I've heard all about the Morphe brushes and the Jaclyn Hills and the Manny MUAs and the Laura Lees and Shoot Me. Oh my God. The codes, all the codes. And I've seen so many people talk about these products. And I do have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette that I got from Ulta. I like the product. I could care less about the codes. I mean, if you use somebody's code and they make some money off of it, but you save some money, I guess it's a win-win for everybody. It really doesn't bother me. Some of the crap that's going on in the beauty community right now is kind of atrocious. It's kind of like a witch hunt, to be honest. I don't like some of the things that happened or the actions that people did or didn't do. So I know Morphe's kind of like a taboo subject right now, but it's a $3 brush. It is a shorter crease brush. I only have one other brush that's similar to this, and it's very rough on some of my eyeshadows. It's a very rough brush in particular, but I wanted something that would be comparable to it in size, style, and compactness, but also do the job that I want it to do. And I don't have a whole lot of brushes. The next is from IT Cosmetics, and this is the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. And this I picked in Light Fair, which is a neutral undertone. As you can see, I don't have any makeup on. I have very, very dark, like purplish under eyes, under both eyes. I've had these since I was little. I've had people tell me that I could go get filler under my eye, and what it would do is like puff up the skin under my eye to try and hide some of the veining and stuff. I've had doctors tell me it's related to allergies, which I do have pretty bad allergies, but no matter what I use on my face, no matter what skincare that I use, and I've been using skincare since I was a teenager, nothing has helped get rid of the dark circles, nothing. I usually have to pile on 2 different color correctors and at least 1, if not 2 layers of concealer over these in order to make me look not so dead. I've actually had people walk up to me in public and ask if I've been punched in the eye because my eyelid is also dark and purple. So that's not fun. So I've seen a lot of video reviews on YouTube relating to this product, and I really just wanted to try it. That's what it is. I want to see, everybody's like, it's full coverage, it lasts a while, it might crease, but it does what it's supposed to do. And it's supposed to have skin loving ingredients in it as well, like some of the other cosmetics products. And some of their products are too dark for my skin. Like I've got one of their BB creams in light and it's way too dark. It just doesn't work for me, and I don't even think fair would. So hopefully this being light fair would be dark or light enough under my eyes to cover up the circles and be comparable to my skin color. The next is from ColourPop. I only have a couple of items from ColourPop. I do have an eyebrow pencil and I've got a couple of eyeliners, but I've never tried their eyeshadows, their lipsticks, their Super Shock, anything. I've never tried any of that stuff from them. Mainly it's the liners that I have tried. So I wanted the Yes Please palette. I have seen several YouTubers talk about it, Porcelain Cosmetics being one of them. She's a big fan of yellow eyeshadow. I'm kind of scared of yellow eyeshadow. Yellow and orange are shades that I would stay away from, like run the opposite direction, stay away from. So she talked about how versatile that yellow is, and it works on her pale skin. Even though she's got pink undertones in her skin, I think I would like to try that. And the other shades in the palette look nice, and I think with the right shades mixed with it for an eye look, I think I could get away with pulling off a yellow eyeshadow. I just have to be careful with where I apply it and how much so I don't look sickly. The next on my list is from Morphe. It is their continuous setting spray. I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about how refreshing it is and how well it works at setting their makeup or refreshing their makeup, things like that. I do use a little bit of product for powder and stuff, especially, your blush, your bronzer, your contour, your highlight. Those kinds of things are going to be powdery, and with dry skin, powder products kind of just stand out on your face. So I wanted to try this. I have tried other setting sprays. I do have one that I like, but I don't care for the brand or the message or some of the interactions that I've had with the brand. So after the bottle that I've got from that brand is gone, I will not be buying anything else from them. And anything else that I have from that brand that is unused is currently listed online for sale. I think I'm going to skip over. No, I guess I can do both of those back to back. The next 2 items are from BH Cosmetics. Now, I put these up on my Instagram about a week or so ago. These are the Take Me Back to Brazil and the Take Me Back to Brazil Rio edition. I want both of them. I know one is like mattes and shimmers and one of them is shimmers, but I really wanted something with bright, bold colors in it besides the muted beiges and browns and orange and mustards and stuff that most of the other palettes have in it. And I do have their 6th edition palette. I have their 99 Urban Luxe palette. I have the Zodiac palette from them, and one of their lip palettes and a blush palette. And I've got all of those from BH Cosmetics. It's mainly the majority of the eyeshadow palettes that I have came from BH Cosmetics. Now, the 120th in the 120 color and the 99 color palettes, the eyeshadows are about the size of a dime. They're very powdery, very chalky, very unpigmented. But I figured with a bigger pan palette, especially with like their Zodiac palette, those shadows are like night and day from the multiple color ones. So I thought, okay, well, I know what the Zodiac palette is like. I know what their multi-pan palettes are like. I wanted to try something kind of in the mid-range that's not a baked eyeshadow, but is a bigger than their smaller multicolored eyeshadow palettes, because I wanted to see not only what kind of looks I could create with some of those beautiful colors that are in there that are the shades of the rainbow, but I wanted to see if this quality was better than some of the multicolored palettes that I got. And the multicolored palettes that I have, the majority of the shades in the palettes are shimmers, which sucks. If you want a yellow eyeshadow, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a shimmer. If you want a green or a blue or an orange to work with a look, you might have one matte or a satin matte, and all the rest of the shades that are in that family are shimmers. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have be shimmer from lash line to brow bone. That's what you end up with. So I like the fact that one is more all shimmers and one is like a mix of matte satins and shimmers. So, and they're colorful. That was where I was going. The next is from NYX Professional. It is the Brights Ultimate Shadow Palette. Those are all mattes from what I understand. I have seen, oh gosh, I think Raw Beauty Christie has talked about these. I don't think Porcelain has talked about these, but I do know that Georgia Harris has talked about those. I've seen other YouTubers use the NYX shadow palettes. I think Raw Beauty Christie did a first impression video with those, and I think even that Tayla did one as well. So they're bright, they're matte. It was kind of like in the line of the two Brazil palettes, but then you've got the NYX one that's all matte. And I think our local Target carries NYX, but usually when I've gone in there to look for eyeshadow palettes, they're either out or they're broken. Welcome to Central Florida. The next item on my list is from Ofra Cosmetics. It is their Energizing Elixir. I'm looking for things that are hydrating, but also have other skincare benefits to them. And looking at what this product does, the descriptions of it, and the fact that it's only $14 was, and I have a few items from Ofra. I have a couple of their eyeshadows, a blush, a highlighter. I think I even have a couple of lipsticks from them. I really like their cosmetic stuff, but I wanted to look into some of the skincare products, and it's made here in Florida, so that was a bonus. That was something that I looked at, and I've been following them on like Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and stuff like that for quite a while now, ever since I got the first product in an Ipsy bag like 2.5 years ago. So I've been following them for a while, and I really wanted to try some of their skincare, so that was something that I looked at that didn't have like a cucumber fragrance that looked interesting. The next on my list is the L'Oreal Color Riche and Shine Color in Dazzling Dough. Now I do have the Varnished Rosewood, and I do have, it's a red, crap, I just did a video on it. Well, my brain just died. It's a red shade. It's the second red shade that they've got on the, if you look at like Ulta, it's like the second red shade in on the bottom row. That is the color that I've used a couple of times in the past couple videos. I've done reviews on that lipstick. I love the formula of it. I love that it looks like a gloss, it feels like a chapstick, and it's got color to it, and it stains. I put the Varnished Rosewood on at like 10 o'clock this morning, and by 4 o'clock this afternoon I still had some color to my lips. Whether it's still there or not is unbeknownst to me. But the next on my list is from Ulta. It is a large Z palette. Now I have, before I even got eyeshadow palettes, I had single eyeshadows that I'd had for years. I used to make some cosmetics, so I had eyeshadows that I had specific so that not only people could use them to test out eyeshadows, but I could do my makeup. I could go, and I've done prom makeup with it. I've done bridal makeup with it. So I had magnetic palettes that held 12 eyeshadows in them each, but that was basically all it held. Granted, there was a nice big mirror, and it was a pretty sturdy palette, but I want a palette that holds more than 12 eyeshadows. I've got 3 right now that are slap full, and I've got several singles that I would like to take out of the little sample tester cardboard packaging and find a home for them, instead of having, you know, a bunch of little tester packages that you get from like Ipsy and Sephora, stuff like that. So that was one reason why I put this on here. Plus there's a sale on it. You buy 2 get 1 free or something like that, or buy 1 get 1 20 or 50% off. So I'd love to have something like that. And the very last thing on my list it's from Shea Moisture. I have used their shampoos and conditioners. I don't care for them, but I do use their bar soap. I use their charcoal one, and I use one that is olive oil and shea butter, and I use it every time I shower. But they have a moisturizer that is the raw shea butter body lotion, and it's $11. So I know our local Walmart carries quite a few of the Shea Moisture products, but I don't think they carry any body lotions, and I'm almost out of every body lotion that I've got that isn't like overly fragranced. So that was the reason that was on the list. And if I was able to afford to buy any or all of these products, it would come up to $336.94 for 20 items. Now granted, there's a couple of things that I could probably take off. Like if I got the NYX Professional Makeup, the Bright Shadow, then I could get rid of the Take Me Back to Brazil, or I could get rid of the Rio edition of it and just get one or the other of the Brights palettes. Hell, I could probably just get rid of two of them and keep one. So you figure they're about the same price. They're all $18 each, whether it's $18 even or $17.99, it's 18 bucks. So I could get rid of one of those or two of those and cut down on the price. I could probably get rid of the eyeliner if I'm not going to use it like all the time. And the fact that I've got two different setting sprays on here, I could go with the SPF one versus the Morphe one, because the Ulta one is 10 bucks, the Morphe one's 15. But I mean, it's for fun. It's just one of those, I'm turning 38. I don't have the money to buy new products, and I wanted something fun to do. And it's like a video wish list, I guess you could say. Stuff that I would like to have that I can't afford to buy. And I mean, if somebody did want to buy me something like this, then I would be ecstatic. If I got even sample sizes of this stuff from the companies to test out, I think I would be blown away. Now, some of these products I have tried, like the Peter Thomas Roth and the 10-in-1 from Eva NYC. I have used those products. Basically everything else that's on the list besides the lipstick, I've never tried. So those would be things that I would love to own, that I would love to play with, that I would love to test out and review and do videos with, and just use them, but I just can't afford to do it. So anyways, I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Hopefully you kind of like this diatribe type video where I am sitting outside. It's a little hot, but just going over things that I would like to have but I can't afford. And hopefully the sound of the outside isn't too loud. Hence the reason why I put the microphone as close as I could without it being like right under my nose. So I will see you guys on my next video. Hopefully you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.